We are live from Alta High School. That is the big man, GT Garrett Thompson. I'm Mike Goodkind on play-by-play. And today, folks, we got a great night for Friday Night Lights. And GT, the first story tonight we really want to hit is the fact that we covered Alta last week. Tough loss to East. Today they play West. But the reasoning for the tough loss, we said it, defensively they were short. Offensively, though, they played a good game. They led even in the fourth quarter, and then pretty much East just blew it open.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. They came out to an early lead in the first quarter, but unfortunately they were not able to keep up with East offense, and unfortunately too many turnovers from the Alta offense, and they just weren't able to get that run game going against East. But that being said, I think this is a team that can bounce back pretty easily, and they have the culture and coaching staff to do so.
On the West side, GT, got a very versatile roster, including one Camden Lopati. Great QB, having a really good year. Limiting turnovers, what we kind of talked about prior. It's going to be really important for him today.
Yeah, absolutely. Camden Lopati, the QB for West, is actually leading the nation in total yards. He's got 1,103 passing yards and 303 rushing yards. Sorry, did I say leading the nation? He's sixth in the nation, excuse me.
In the country, in the state.
Yeah.
State of Utah.
And very unique team that can score very well. I mean, this team has a bunch of weapons on offense and defense. They are struggling on the defensive end because they're down a bunch of guys. Unfortunately, injuries have plagued this team from the start of the season. But they have multiple guys who can play multiple positions on offense, and they play on both sides of the ball. So look for this team to be very explosive tonight.
Louis Hamilton, been a great force for this team. Number 5, look out for him today. He can carry the football really well. What can we expect from him tonight?
I mean, look for a lot of rushing yards. I mean, he's averaging just over 90 rushing yards a game and quite a few yards per carry. He also has several receiving touchdowns. Actually, most of his touchdowns come from catching the ball instead of running it in. So definitely look for him to carry a big portion of the load on offense for West High. Excuse me.
On the Alta side, very good offensive team. Again, the issue has been limiting the turnovers. Quarterback Tucker Brown is at 8 picks on the season, but he's got a great receiving core. Matt McKay, Evan Morton, track star turned football player. What's it going to take for this team today to limit the turnovers and hit those star receivers on big hot routes?
Well, we know that West is pretty confident in their secondary, but the passing game for Alta is really their bread and butter. They're going to throw the ball a lot tonight. They have struggled, like we said, with their run game. And with Matt McKay and Evan Morton on the outside, they should have a pretty good time airing out the ball tonight against West High.
Lastly, Nolan Lonez, a guy who struggled to run the football this season. We saw it last game. He started to pick up the run game a little more. But what's it going to take for Nolan to get some big yards, find some green pasture, maybe score some touchdowns today?
Well, since West is down a few guys on their D-line, they should have a slightly easier time running the ball than they did against East High. But it's still going to take a huge effort from the rest of their offensive line. And, expect him to catch some balls today as well. We saw that against East last week. Again, players on both sides, very versatile. They can get it done, running the ball, catching the ball, and, again, playing on both ends. So guys are going to get tired. They're going to get beat up tonight. But, that's what they love. It's high school football.
We'll have it here for you. Garrett Thompson on color, Mike Goodkind here on play-by-play. We got Tino Psyche on camera. We got it all for you here. Friday Night Lights from Alta High School in the beautiful state of Utah. Beautiful night here on Friday. Stay tuned. We got it coming your way next. And we're back here from Sandy, Utah. Jack McAllister kicking off for Alta to start this game. What has become a windy night here in Sandy, Utah, as that one will go into the end zone for the touchback. Returning for West was Lava Vailahi. And it'll be a touchback to start this game, GT. And when it comes to high school football, GT, you know this. You got to tape your rosters. I said that to you before. It does get, quite windy up here in the booth.
It really does. Covering games indoors during the basketball season and baseball season is a little different. But being outside and exposed like this, you really got to be careful and make sure everything's all taped down and we don't have many papers flying away.
Camby Lopati takes shotgun snap. Lopati fires left, finds a man, and he's got some room to run. That's a first down to start. Jared Chase, 1 touchdown on the season, gets first down.
Yeah, we mentioned this earlier in the broadcast, Mike. Number 0, sophomore quarterback Camden Lopati has thrown 10 touchdown passes this season with a 63% completion percentage. definitely bolstered by that last matchup against Olympus.
He's going deep down the middle of the field, nearly finds Isaiah Holly, and it was good defense from Bear Turner. 33 tackles on the year, Bear Turner. Quite impressive for a strong safety.
Absolutely. This Alta defense is solid. They did struggle against East High. That run game was just superb. Nasio Atokolo scored several rushing touchdowns that game, and those turnovers just ended up killing them. But they're looking to bounce back tonight against West in the region. Takes
the snap, fires left, and it was off of the hands of Jared Chase. And we're going to have a quick third down here after what was a quick first down. But he said it, JT. Otu Kolo last game, 8 touchdowns on the season. The kid's just, it's unbelievable, man.
I mean, it was ridiculous. Such a high-scoring game. East High put up 55 points. And, yeah, I mean, nothing against Alta. I mean, they gave it their all, but that East High offense is very solid. Their running game is just superb.
From their own 30, Lopati fires, finds a man, and there we go. Another first down to Chachi Pan, who breaks free for a 15-yard gain.
We had the opportunity to talk with West High football coach Junior Solovi, goes by Coach June, and Chachi Pan is one of the players that he mentioned during that conversation. Leading in receiving yards right now with 84 a game. He's a 4-year varsity player, and he spent his freshman and sophomore years at Harriman. But since he's transferred to West, he's done very well for this team.
As another completion from Camden Lopati to Jackson Tawala. It's his 11th reception on the season. 6-yard gain. So we got a 2nd and 5 here, maybe. 2nd and 4. Lopati. Looks like he drew the Alta defense off sides. And nice cadence from Lopati.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a quick 5-yard advance here for the West High Panthers.
Right in our purview, GT. That's an automatic first down as they're at the 43-yard line. But we are pretty much parallel with the offense right now.
I think we're both curious tonight about the penalty calls. We saw a bunch last week during that East versus Alta game. 4 face mask calls alone, and those are 15-yard penalties. They severely impacted the game and also changed the pace of the game.
Lopati takes the snap. He's going to fire deep down the right side of the field. Has a man back shoulder. And it was Tawala again for a little deja vu. But that was great coverage, GT, from Riker Ellis. Riker Ellis, 22 tackles on the season. He's done a good job in the secondary.
Yeah, absolutely. The intended receiver there was Jackson Tawala. He's got 10 receptions for 114 yards on the season so far.
And back in the shotgun, Lopati. He's got all 5 receivers right now for him. Flushes the pocket, finds the man. It's another first down and more. And that time was Louis Hamilton. Another first down for the Panthers.
Lopati, just a sophomore, but remarkable composure and poise out there. Didn't feel rushed even though the blitz was coming, and he was able to find an open man downfield.
Beautiful night here, GT. I wonder what it's going to be like in about 3-4 weeks' time when it's end of September, early October. You know, it's not going to be as pleasant for us. I don't know.
We are definitely going to be experiencing some cooler fall weather in the next few weeks here, which I'm excited about. Fall here in Utah is just gorgeous.
It's really a great time. Lopati takes snap, and he found Tawala, but it was incomplete. It was a nice tackle and a nice play by Riker Ellis to break up the play.
Yeah, Riker Ellis with 2 great plays to start this drive here. A part of a very solid Alta secondary. And we mentioned it before. That secondary, they didn't play poorly against East. It was just that run game that ended up killing them.
Lopati again from the shotgun, takes snap. He's got 3 receivers left. He's got to flush the pocket here. Voids the sack, stays on his feet, and gets flushed out of bounds. Could be a late hit, and it is. And they are going to zing.
Flag on the play.
Looks like they're going to get Towla, GT, with a late hit.
Yeah, not a great play there from the defense. And we see our first few rushing yards there for Camden Lopati. Mentioned this in our stand-up before the game, Mike. He is number 6 in the country in total yards, and this is among all positions in high school football, according to Max Preps. He's got 1,103 passing yards and 303 rushing yards in just 4 games this season.
6 in the country, GT. It's unbelievable stat, first off. And I really thought you meant the state of Utah, even though we talked about it prior. I was so in shock by that.
Oh, I mean, no, I'm not surprised about that. I mean, I was shocked when I read it too. And even more shocked when I saw how many Utah players were on that list. You see players, from California to Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, you name it. But there were several Utah high school football players on that list, and they're really putting, high school football on the map, nationwide.
The NHL now in Utah. We talked about this. I think Utah is getting more attention overall. Lopati takes snap, fires over the middle, and that is a touchdown. Yes. Chachi Pan makes it a 6-0 game in favor of the Panthers.
Chachi Pan, 14th in Utah in total receiving yards last year. I think he's trying to crush it this year. And a great touchdown pass there from Camden Lopati.
So calm, cool, collected, GT, each time, right? Third down, we saw it multiple times on the drive, and calmly hits his man. As Selwyn Fonua on the PAT, and that is perfect. So it is a 7-0 West High Panther lead, GT.
Yeah, off to a great start. Alta Hawks thought they played pretty good defense against the receivers throughout most of that drive, but West still able to advance the ball up the field and score in the end zone. And we got a man down here for Alta after that PAT.
And GT, my eyesight's pretty good, I'm not going to lie. But I could be mistaken, but I do believe that is Cash Vigos down in the field.
You don't typically see a lot of injuries on PATs, but I think he was going for the ball, going for the block on that one, and might have twisted an ankle or something else, but let's hope he's okay.
You've been there, GT. A lot of years of high school basketball out there in Southern California. We've seen it before. You've been there.
I absolutely have, especially with ankle injuries. They're not fun for tall guys, but yeah, got to be careful in those men's leagues nowadays.
GT gets beat up in the paint and also gets bullied by a couple men, I've heard. A couple dudes have been bullying you.
Yeah,
GT, it's the rumor on the street. They're giving you a hard time. They don't like your height. I don't know what it is.
I love the chirping on the court. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And you know what? If you're going to take it, you better dish it back out as well.
You're like a robin. You like the chirping. Here's the kickoff from number 17, Oscar Pesci. And we're going to get a return here, GT. He gets the 26-yard line, and Fabrizio brings him to the 26. Not a bad start for the first Hawks drive here.
We were super impressed with Fabrizio's kick returns and his catching ability last game against East. I'm curious to see how well he does this game against West.
Trevin Fabrizio, 18 receptions on the year, 141 yards. He's got a touchdown. He's playing well.
Absolutely. And with West High down a kicker, I'm not sure how long those balls are going to go for them. I mean, we'll see how well they do, but I think they have an opportunity for some good kick returns.
Tucker Brown over the middle to who but Matt McKay for a gain of 8. We're going to have a second and short here.
Matt McKay, not only the one of the oldest guys in his receiving corps, but the tallest, 6'3", 205. Very skilled route runner and very good hands at the position. Also another two-sport athlete, plays on the basketball team.
We saw him a few times last year, GT.
We did, yeah. That Alta team last year was very good.
They were. Tucker Brown from the shotgun. Takes the snap. Going to fire over the middle into traffic, and it nearly was picked off. It was a great opportunity, GT. It's a great opportunity for Lester Falatea, but it was right in his breadbasket, but couldn't handle it.
Yeah, him and Masiu Aholele, not happy about that. Ran into each other when the ball was deflected. Got very close to getting that interception, but unfortunately the ball drops, and it's third down for Alta.
Brown to Lonez. Lonez sneaks his way in for a first down. And it's a gain of 3.
Lonez, the starting tight end for this Alta Hawks squad. Their primary back as well. He does lead the team in rushing yards, but still playing the tight end position as well. And so look for him to catch the ball a lot tonight, but he'll be in the backfield when they're setting up to run the ball as well.
McKay in motion, screen pass to McKay. Can McKay get yards? He breaks free, and he does, down to the 45-yard line.
I thought the defensive ends were going to bring him down sooner, but he was able to stay on his feet and pick up a few yards there.
Some taunting here from the Alta fans. They're passionate, GT.
You got to love the student sections. I feel like we see great student sections week over week, regardless of the sport. And, of course, football, you're going to have the biggest crowds. And it is great to see the school spirit out here.
Way better than mine, GT. We talked about it. Tucker Brown hands it off to Lonez, who receives an early hit. And a nice play from number 6, Isaiah Anilau.
Yeah, Isaiah saw that one coming. Great job reading the offense. And forces a third down here for Alta. 3rd and 5 here.
Elias Richards, is he watching us right now? I don't think he is. I wish he would turn us on, turn on the broadcast so we could give him a shout out. He was a heck of a high school football player.
Absolutely.
As Tucker Brown tries drawing the defense offside on a 3rd and 5, and they do throw the yellow. See what the call is. Looks like they're going to say it was a delay of game. So back it up. 5 yards, unfortunate for this Hawk offense, as they're going to go right back to the 38-yard line.
I don't blame the Hawks offense for trying to get the defense to jump there. They were at 3rd and 5, so that would have gotten them a first down. But unfortunately, it didn't work, and now they're in a tougher position here, Mike. 3rd and 10. Probably looking to air the ball out.
GT, I think we talked about this. After the Westlake game, Alta had all the momentum in the world being 2-0, and I think now after a couple of losses, see if they can get that momentum back. As Brown fires to Fabrizio, and it was broken up and nearly picked off by number 14. There is no number 14, GT, as far as we know. We will find out who that is. And they're going to punt this thing away here. And it's going to take a Hawk bounce to the Panthers' 24-yard line, and that's where they will begin this second drive campaign.
Not a great punt there from Alta. Landing somewhere inside, 10 to 15 range would have been pretty solid, but that puts the Panthers at the 24, and that's a pretty favorable field position based on where that ball was punted from.
AF Appreciation Insurance, affordable home concepts. add Alpha Warranty Services.
All right, here we go from the 24. This Alta defense wanting a stop here, obviously. Trying to not go down 2 scores this early in the game with 7:03 on the clock. And that ball is a screen, and it's caught as a first down and more down the sideline to the 50. Now to the opposite 40, 30, 25, 20, and he's home free. Green pasture. It's another 6 and a touchdown for Jackson Towla.
What a run there from Jackson. There's a flag on the play. Don't think they're bringing this one back. Actually, they might be. Stand by here. But a phenomenal run there from Jackson Towla. Short pass and takes it all the way to the end zone from the 24-yard line.
And GT is just going back to 7-0 here. Yes, they're bringing this thing back. I don't wonder what the call is. We are on scoreboard duty today, by the way, GT, so you know how that works. Scoreboard duty, it's tough. We're trying to call the game at the same time, so the scoreboard is unofficial. It is 7-0 West with 6:49 here to go.
I'm gonna go ahead and assume that was a holding call on the offense, but still haven't gotten any word from the officials yet, so we will wait and see here.
Ken Lopati, another beautiful throw over the middle, finding his man, threading that needle, and Towla did the rest.
Towla really showcasing his speed on that last play. Just a phenomenal run up the sideline. And he was getting everyone pumped up.
You're right, GT. Called the holding call. Start calling you Chris Collinsworth or something. And they're going to back this thing up here to the Alta High, or the West High 15-yard line, I believe. 14-yard line. And it's going to be a 1st and a mile here.
So, Mike, 2 penalties on the West Panthers there. Touchdown gets called back due to holding on the offense and unsportsmanlike conduct in the end zone for a touchdown that doesn't end up counting anyways. So
wow, that's tough.
That is tough for West High.
Not ideal. Lopati takes the snap, fires into traffic, and that one was broken up by number 15, Bear Turner.
Lava Vailahi, the intended receiver on that last play. But yeah, great job breaking up that pass from the Alta secondary.
And Lopati and company will take over again on, this is like a 2nd and 25, GT, I do believe.
Yeah, unfortunately, 2nd and long.
Or 2nd and 20, maybe. My math might be off. Lopati takes the snap, fires a screen pass. Hamilton tries to make the man move, but it was a great defensive play by Matt McKay.
Yeah, we talked about him playing both sides of the ball, Mike, and great tackle there. Bringing him down at just inside the 20, the 18-yard line.
So here we go, 3rd and 17 here. Remember a few years ago, NFL, I think it was Ray Rice broke for it was like a 4th and 21 or something, and he managed to get it. Yeah, anything's possible.
Anything is possible. And looks like West High had a little miscommunication with play calling there, so they just called a timeout, and they're going to talk things over.
6:05 on the clock. And West High West High leading 7-0 to the Alta Hawks. GT, big stop here for the Hawks. You make a stop, you get the ball back around 5:55 to go, and got a whole half of a quarter here, and you're right back in the game. I mean, obviously time is not of the essence right now, but you do want to not go down by 14 if possible.
No, absolutely. Alta really trying to force a punt here. And, with West being down a kicker, I'm not sure how far they can get that ball down the field. So, depending on where that punt ends up, if West is not able to convert here, we will see what Alta's field position looks like. But looking pretty favorable right now. Great job on defense during this drive.
Lopati, a 3rd and 17. See what he can do. Takes a snap. Fires over the middle, and it's caught by Isaiah Holly. What a catch for a first down on the post route.
What an incredible play there. Coach June for West High is singing Isaiah's praises. He's taken a few snaps at QB this season, 3 for 4 for 57 yards at QB, and that time gets a pass from the starting QB, and they convert on third and long. What a phenomenal play.
And they're on a quick screen here, and it was a great defensive play, but nice run by Valahi. So Valahi gets him back to a 2nd and 5 here. And Garrett Thompson and we have obviously trouble seeing every number, so I didn't see who made the defensive play. It was a great tackle, though.
Yeah, sunglasses are coming off as the sun sets here. And it is just a beautiful evening here
really
once again for high school football.
Takes a snap, throws on the comeback route. And Lopati found a man. Is that a first down, though? As Towler looks like he got it. Let's see if they'll mark him. Oh, it's incomplete. I thought it was caught.
Yeah, pass was incomplete. Yeah, few defensive players broke that one up. And it is going to go to 3rd down here.
It was not caught, GT. That was oh, wow, he got him. He got him. Nice cadence there by Lopati as he drives Bennett Coaster offsides. With a 5-yard penalty, automatic first.
Unfortunate penalty there again for Alta. That's going to bring up a first down for West. And a drive that we both thought, wasn't looking so great for them. Thought they were going to have to punt it away after potentially not converting on that 3rd and long. But great catch by Isaiah Holly, and they are making their way down the field once again.
And Lopati takes snap, avoids the sack, stays on his feet, throws a Hail Mary down the field, and it's a game of catch. Did he make the play? He did. Unbelievable. What a play by Jackson Towler.
Jackson Towler is having himself a game, even though that touchdown got called back. What a phenomenal long catch.
Jackson Towala, GT. I think the phonetics were wrong.
Yeah.
Jackson Towala, what an athletic play.
A great catch there by Jackson, and a phenomenal throw there by Lopati as he avoided a sack. High snap there.
Lopati, play action, floods pocket. Headed for the end zone, flips it up, and it was out of reach for Chachi Penn.
Tough play there, but a phenomenal job by Camden Lopati so far this game. Staying on his feet, avoiding tackles, and just finding the open man, doing everything that he needs to do at the quarterback spot.
But that play to Jackson Towala, GT. I mean, that was like a David Tyree type play.
Yeah, Jackson Towala, not one of their top receivers in terms of receiving yards so far this season, but definitely an important component of this West Panthers offense, and he is showing that tonight for sure.
And they did throw yellow there, so it's going to be 1st and goal here from the 10. And let's see what they do here. Camden Lopati in the shotgun here. Lopati takes snap. Fires, fade route, back of the end zone, and it was out of reach for number 8, Jared Chase.
West High has not ran the ball yet, as far as we've seen. I mean, they haven't tried to run the ball on either of their drives, and they are continuing to air it out, even here in the red zone.
GT, that sunset, though, unbelievable.
Yeah.
What a sunset here.
Facing east right now, but you turn around and watch that sunset out west, and it is just phenomenal.
Lopati fires to the end zone again, out of reach for Isaiah Holly. 4:17 to go here.
Lopati looking for his main guys, number 2, Chachi Pan, and number 1, Isaiah Holly. Not able to find them as often as he's used to, at least so far this season. But, again, still trying to air this one out as we are on 3rd down here.
3rd and goal from the 10. Lopati from the shotgun, per usual, and we got whistles. Timeout, West High. Here on the broadcast, Mike Goodkind, Garrett Thompson. We got a 3rd and goal from the 10, and West High in scoring position here from the green zone. Lopati takes a snap. He's going to throw a screen again. He's got some space, and he breaks to the 1. Did he get to the end zone?
He did, and that's a touchdown
wow.
for West.
Touchdown, Jackson Tawala. Are you sure, GT? No. Yeah, they gave him the touchdown. Okay, there you go. So Tawala, the touchdown after a tremendous play on offense, and they are going to kick a PAT here up 13-0.
Alta's defense gambled on a blitz there, Mike, but West able to get it done once again. And they are looking to go up 14-0 here with just 4:10 left in the first.
And West High here on the PAT. Snap is good, kick is up, and that is perfect for Fawanu.
Fawanu, point after is good. With 4:10 left in the quarter. West 14, Alta 0.
So West High up 14-0, 4:10 to go here, GT, in the first quarter. It's been a game dominated by West High, unexpected.
I mean, their record doesn't really accurately reflect the talent and just how good this team is. They played a tough schedule. They went down to Georgia to play Colquitt County High School. That was a tough game. Talked to Coach June at West High earlier today, and he mentioned he really loved that atmosphere. It was something new for his guys. They also played Clovis East, based out of Fresno, another good team, ranked in the top 20 in California as of today. And 1-0 in 5A Region 6, and they are looking to lead this region. Playing a tough team in Alta, but this West High team, very talented, and they've improved so much year over year since Coach June took over the job back in 2018.
As to kick it back off it's an onside kick by Oscar Pesci, and it's picked up by the Alta Hawks. And on it was number 20, Kaysen Torrey. Nice play.
For those of you at home confused as to why West decided to, kick an onside kick there, with just 4:10 left in the 4:07 left in the first, they are down a kicker, like we said, and so they are unfortunately going to struggle kicking the ball today. No problem with both extra points so far, but yeah, that might have been a strategy thing, but I think it has to do with the fact that they're down a guy at the kicker spot.
Good analysis, GT. Lona's in motion here. Brown takes a snap, fires to McKay, and it was bucked loose by number 6, Mr. Isaiah Agnilau.
West High down about 8 guys on defense, but fortunately those injuries have not affected their secondary too much, so the secondary is still solid. And those guys that have replaced the starters on defense have still done a pretty solid job so far this game.
Tucker Brown again from the shotgun, 2nd and 10. And all you got to do, GT, is get it like 10 yards here, and you're in kicking range for Jack McAllister. Over the middle, there's a dangerous pass into traffic from Brown.
Brown's pass is knocked down.
And it was intended for number 6, Bridger Hansen.
Both teams still focusing on just the passing game. Like we talked about before, neither team likes to run all that much. They prefer to air the ball out. But I'm curious to see if Lonez is going to get a few carries here. I mean, we saw that when Alta played East last week. So looks like he's setting up in the backfield. So we'll see if he gets the ball here.
Tucker Brown again from the shotgun. Play action to Lonez. Flushes the pocket. Throws to his right, and it's caught for a first down and more, but flags do fly. And Cole Albrecht makes the play. Let's see what the call is going to be here.
Albrecht, another good receiver for this Alta squad. He had a great game against East. Again, tough loss, but that receiving core did a pretty good job given the circumstances. Just a few unfortunate turnovers and just way too many penalties. I think the goal going into this game is to minimize those penalties and obviously, cut down on the turnovers and keep possession.
I do believe Cole is an avid fan of our broadcast, GT. He followed me on Twitter and Instagram. And do they offset penalties here? Because I don't think they moved the football. Let's see. Again, this isn't college or the NFL, the NCAA or the NFL, GT. So we don't really know what the penalty is unless obviously it's a false start. We know what the hand motions are for a lot of them, but some of them we cannot necessarily read from here.
Yeah. We're not always, given hand motions for certain penalties. Obviously holding, false start, offsides. Those are easy to identify, but looks like one of the officials gave the call for offsetting penalties, so should be at the same spot, depending on if those penalties were,
unsportsmanlike is going to be the call. Not sure who it's on. Again, if we had Chris Stallions up here, GT, he could tell us every hand motion by the refs. I'll tell you right now.
Absolutely. A lot of unsportsmanlike conduct penalties we've seen so far this season.
Yeah, I know. There have been a lot.
Yeah. I think it seems like every other touchdown, especially, someone's getting called for unsportsmanlike conduct that is enforced on the kicking team.
Tucker Brown takes a snap, throws, caught by Trevin Fabrizio for a first down. What a play by Fabrizio as he falls out of bounds on a 15-yard gain.
Great catch by Trevin Fabrizio. We talked about him earlier. Not as talked about as McKay or Morton, but I tell you, equally important as a receiver and especially as a kick returner. But such a great catch there and a very good throw by Tucker Brown to get the first down.
That's second reception today, right, GT? I think it's 20 on the year for him. Tucker Brown takes the snap and throws that one into traffic. It was intended for Nolan Lonez out of the backfield.
Tucker Brown had Fabrizio open across the middle there. But intended receiver, like you said, Mike, was Lonez and unable to make that play. But a rare mistake from him. He's got really good field vision at the quarterback spot. And Alta looking to score their first points of the game here on this drive.
Tucker Brown takes the snap, does not avoid the sack that time. They got to him. And they're going to credit number 51, I do believe, with the sack. And that's going to be Nofo Hafoka, GT, for a loss of 5. That's cool, GT.
Very cool. Looks like the student section is going to part the sea here. Maybe not.
It's getting biblical down there, GT.
He might be Jesus, might be Moses. If he parts the sea, I think we know who that is. But
and we got whistles here on 3rd and long. And a timeout from Alta. Their first timeout of the game with 2:57 to go here in the second quarter. And just to clear up what Garrett Thompson was saying, there was a student dressed as Mr. Jesus Christ himself down in the student section.
But I thought he was going to part the Red Sea, which is something that my old student section used to do. So, and it's where puts the staff down and all the students make a path for him and he runs up and everybody cheers. It's kind of a cool sight.
That's fun, GT. We didn't have anything like that at my high school.
We've been talking about student sections at our respective schools, and I got to tell you, I mean, my student section brought it every football game, every basketball game, girls volleyball, boys soccer, you name it. I mean, it was just electric pretty much every game.
Yeah, well, there are no students to be in any section, Garrett, so that was the issue.
Small school, that'll do it to you.
It was unfortunate for us. Class of 75 kids. The Harvey School, Katona, New York, we know you're watching, and we appreciate you watching. They love a good shout-out, GT. As Tucker Brown from the 30 fakes the handoff to Lonez, throws, and could be a first down and more. Yes, it is for number 11, Cole Albrecht.
Albrecht with a great catch there. And this puts the Hawks in scoring position for the first time tonight.
So Cole Albrecht, a big play on a 3rd and 10 here now. First and 10 here from the West High 15.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, but I think Cole is another two-sport athlete for Alta. Played on the basketball team.
You could be right. I do believe he's on the basketball team, too.
Believe I saw his name on the roster. If I'm wrong, I apologize.
And a rare carry for Nolan Lonez, who trucks his way down to looks like they're marking him at the 10-yard line.
It's got to be first, maybe second carry of the game for both sides. And we saw Lonez carry the ball quite a few times during his first few games this season. But not averaging a ton per carry, just about 4 yards per carry on the season so far through 4 games. And like we've talked about before, Mike, Alta has really struggled with their run game so far this season.
Tucker Brown takes shotgun snap, fires towards the end zone, caught by Matt McKay for the touchdown. Matt McKay back in the mix, much needed for the senior captain.
That play was executed to perfection there. Great catch by Matt McKay and a great throw by Tucker Brown. And that'll be Matt McKay's 3rd touchdown on the season.
And GT does have one special teams touchdown.
He does.
On a block punt for a touchdown as well. So it's his 4th overall touchdown.
4th overall, that's correct.
Oh, that's a blocked PAT attempt. And it was a nice job by Chachi Pan blocking Jack McAllister.
Yet another guy doing a great job playing both sides of the ball. Chachi Pan blocking a field goal, something we don't see a whole lot of at really any level. But, those, even though it's 1 point, that could, come back to bite Alta if they're not careful.
And the cheer team for Alta doing some push-ups, very appropriate, GT, as they scored 6, so they gave you 6 push-ups there.
Actually never seen that before from a cheer or song squad.
They'll do that, GT, and I think you and I maybe should join them.
Getting in a quick workout in the press area.
This Alta student section, GT, is pretty solid.
I see a guy with a KFC bucket on his head.
It's getting rowdy, GT.
We got Batman leading the student section right now, having a good time.
It's a lot for me. Kick by McAllister into the end zone for the touchback as
McAllister's kick goes into the end zone. Once again, it'll be brought
by Lahi was there to return it. It's going to be a first down here from the 20-yard line.
Pretty solid boot there from McAllister, and rare missed field goal. Not his fault, though. Blocked. It's got to be on the special teams side for not protecting him and his placeholder.
2:07 here in the first. Mike Goodkind, Garrett Thompson, if you're just joining us. It's been an action-packed first quarter, GT. As Camden Lopati from the shotgun. Lopati takes the snap, fires to Holly. Holly breaks his way to the 27-yard line for a gain of 7. They might even give him 8, and they do.
I'm surprised how many yards West has been able to pick up on lateral passes. I mean, it's really all on the receiver at that point to get those yards. But if we know anything about this team, especially Isaiah Hawley, they are so good at picking up all-purpose yards, any position from QB to running back to wide receiver.
And Louis Hamilton on the handoff. And it looks like he did just shy of the first down. They're going to give him a yard on the play.
He's stopped by number 26, Bennett Kushner.
We had an avid fan come over to us, wanted to join the broadcast. And GT, you know what I'd say to him? I'd say yes, but unfortunately, I think we'd get in trouble for that one.
I think so.
Fake handoff, and he slides. Lopati looks like he got banged up on that one, but looks like he should have got the first there.
Lopati not happy about that one. Play could have been run better, and he's a little banged up on that one, unfortunately.
First down, though, nonetheless, they'll be at their own 31 now. Clock running 52 seconds and counting here in the first quarter. And we appreciate you joining us here on KSL Sports Rewind. Tino Psyche producing this one. Mike Goodkind and Garrett Thompson up here in the booth on a chilly but beautiful night here from Sandy, Utah. Lopati takes a snap, fires a screen pass, and that's going to be a gain of maybe 5 yards for Vailahi. And another screen pass, and that's a nice catch, first down and more, as Chachi Pan breaks to the 50-yard line.
Looking right, looking left, and those screen passes are really paying dividends for the West Panthers right now. A lot of speed in their receiving core with Chachi Pan, Isaiah Hawley, and Valahi. And this team is doing very well.
And the good news, GT, is that they don't have to move very far. I think they'll move that ball maybe half a yard to start the second. Are they going to move it, I wonder? Or just place it right at the 50 and call it a day? You know what I'm talking about? You got to switch sides.
Yes, yes. If anything, it'll be maybe a half a yard. It depends on who's moving those chains, but got ABC4 filming the student section down there, so got some more coverage of those guys.
And they'll move the ball to the opposite hash. And they will begin from their own 49 and 0.75 yard line. I would even say 0.9. 49.9 yard line, GT. As this Alta section is, well, they're fired up.
I think it's a blackout tonight based on the attire I'm seeing. And, yeah, they are fired up and ready to go.
Lopati fires to Hamilton, who spins his way to the 25-yard line. And good coverage by Matt McKay defensively. Stop the bleeding.
Tight spiral there from Camden Lopati, and a great catch by number 5, Louis Hamilton. Talked about him a lot so far this broadcast, and leading rusher at 93 yards a game. And out of his 4 total touchdowns, he has 3 receiving and 1 rushing. Haven't seen a rush from him tonight so far, Mike, as West continues to throw the ball here.
As Lopati will fire towards the end zone, nearly picked off by Matt McKay. And Matt McKay looks like he's banged up on the play. Intended for Vailahi. And also down on the ground is Riker Ellis. Major defensive component for this Alta Hawk team.
Absolutely. Very important in their secondary. And Matt McKay able to bounce right back up after that play. But, yeah, Riker's still down, unfortunately. So we hope he's okay.
And that's a beautiful cotton candy sky, GT.
I mean, as two out-of-state transplants here in Utah, Mike and I just continue to be impressed by the scenery here in Utah. I've been here for 7 years, and I just can't get enough of it.
It's nice. Holly from the pass from Lopati. He breaks his way to the end zone for the touchdown. And an unexpected 6 points for Isaiah Holly.
Again, another lateral throw and ends in a touchdown here for the West Panthers. Great run there by Holly. Kept finding open gaps in the defense. And, just an unfortunate lapse on defense from Alta on that last play. But a great run by Isaiah Holly.
Kind of came out of nowhere, GT. It looks like made the play, and I think we thought he was going to get knocked down to the 10. He stayed on his feet and just kept going. And, again, unexpected touchdown there. An athletic play for Isaiah Holly.
Absolutely. Like we said, one of their more versatile players. QB, wide receiver, running back, you name it. Isaiah Holly can do it all.
Point after is good. Fonuit nails the PAT and make it an even 21-0. 21-6 rather. But if you are Alta here, you got to score and even go for two and make this a 21-14 game. But GT, I got a feeling this is going to be a barn burner.
I mean, tough to say. Not a great start for Alta, unfortunately. But, this team has the ability to come back. They have the tools on offense to get it done. It just comes down to execution. And that is, something that is seen across all sports. I mean, you can draw up, any play you want to, and even though it looks really good, if you don't execute, you're not going to get anywhere.
11-10 on the clock, 21-6 lead.
And West, not sure if they're going to kick another onside here. Looks like they are. Again, down a kicker, so we'll see how this onside kick ends up for them.
Oscar Pesci here to kick it off. Let's see. And no, that's a firm kickoff. And it's going to be returned, actually, as well by Trevin Fabrizio. Fabrizio to the 25, makes his way to the 30-yard line.
Really looked like they were setting up in some sort of offside formation, but, solid boot there. And a great return, again, from Trevin Fabrizio. He is getting it done on special teams and offense tonight for sure.
Matt McKay, the first and only touchdown here for Alta High. And look to see him get in the mix here, GT, I would expect. Brown, screen pass. Wow, no, it's not. It's a trick play. Out of reach by Fabrizio. And right on cue, Matt McKay with the nice toss to Fabrizio.
I really like the trick play there, Mike, and we know that McKay can throw the ball. He's done it before for this team, but unfortunately just not a great throw to the open man. And, ball comes up short, and going to be 2nd and 10 here for Alta coming up.
GT, if I'm Coach Burdett, I say run that one back. Do it again.
The problem with that, though, is that the defense is going to be anticipating that.
Yeah, of course.
And, as you know, but if they can pull that at another time and execute, that's going to end up in a touchdown. He was wide open. But
GT, looks like they're calling a legal formation, so it's going to be a 1st and now 15. No, what's going on here? No, they're keeping it where it is. 2nd and 10? Are they just redoing the down? I'm very confused here, GT.
They are going back.
No, they are going back 10 yards, so it's going to be a 1st and 20. Illegal formation was the call, so it wouldn't have counted anyway. No, it's actually 2nd and 20. Lost it down. And there's a handoff. And that's a loss of 4, GT. Matt McKay on the carry. So it's a 3rd now and 25. No easy feat.
I think we're seeing a combination of failure to execute on Alta's part and West High defense wasting no time, doing a great job this game, anticipating sets, and great vision overall from their D-line and their secondary.
Tucker Brown from the shotgun, 3rd and forever. Takes the snap, avoiding sack. Throws this one towards the 50-yard line and intended for Evan Morton. And good coverage by number 13 by Lahi.
If anyone can get a long ball like that, it's Evan Morton, one of the fastest guys in 5A football. Set a school record for the 100-meter here at Alta High School. And talked to Coach Hendrickson last week, the offensive coordinator for Alta, and he mentioned just how much Evan has improved from last year when he started playing football.
And they're going to punt this thing away. Decent Alta punt. And it's going to take a Hawk bounce to the Panther 28-yard line. And well done by McAllister. Now, Jack McAllister, GT, only a junior, and he's nailing 44-yarders and punts the ball pretty well. This is a guy that you could see at an SEC, maybe Big Ten school as a punter, given the trajectory.
No, absolutely. If he can keep getting better, I can definitely see him at a big school like that. Teams are always looking for great kickers, and one of our favorite figures in the sports world right now, Pat McAfee, he has really put kickers kind of on the map more so than they were. And, it's such an important position that I feel kind of gets overlooked a little too often.
It really does. Justin Tucker, a guy in the league, consistent, consistent.
Look at Chris Boswell scoring all 18 points for the Pittsburgh Steelers last week. That was just phenomenal.
Here we go for the Yinzers as nice pass and run. That time to Louis Hamilton. Lopati completes another one.
It seems like West High is getting pretty much whatever they want on offense as long as they, stay patient and maintain their composure. Really looking for this Alta defense to tighten up and, cover just a little bit tighter on those receivers, especially Louis Hamilton. He's got some very good catches tonight.
1st and 10 from their own 46. Danger territory for the Alta Hawks. Much needed stop here. Lopati takes the snap. Loads of time. He's going to run with this puppy, and he takes it to the 49-yard line.
Lopati avoiding a tackle there, sliding down just a little early. We definitely saw the importance of sliding last night. Tua Tagovailoa with another concussion ran right into DeMar Hamlin, and Tua, very tough quarterback for a great Miami Dolphins team. But when you're at that spot, they need you healthy. So gotta slide and just stay healthy out there at the QB spot.
Lopati, another completion, but it was coughed up. Wow. It was coughed up and turned over. Looks like it's going to be Alta football. Unbelievable, GT. That happened very fast. But I believe Chachi Pan, not Chachi Pan, rather Tua
One on that one.
There you go.
It was either him or Chachi Pan.
I think, yeah.
Couldn't tell from this angle.
Very fast. Lost the football. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Alta Hawks.
The ball was in his hands and he just dropped it, and it was just picked off by the guy who was covering him.
It was definitely a completion, though. It took a couple steps.
Absolutely.
Manu, it was a nice catch and run by Manu, but he turns over the football and changes the trajectory of this game. Brown takes the snap, throws that one low for Lonez, and it's incomplete.
Brown's pass is incomplete. It'll be second down for Alta.
Second and 10 here, 8:43 on the clock. Tucker Brown fires this one towards the sideline. That's caught for a first down. Evan Morton, the track star, to the West High 44-yard line.
Evan Morton, all you really need is a go route and his legs, and he's gone. Very, very good throw by Tucker Brown. Great timing, positioned the ball perfectly for his receiver. And, Evan Morton, you can clearly tell he's been working on his hands, since he started playing football. And just a great catch, and puts Alta in a great spot here.
And a major gain, GT, of 36 yards on the play. And the Alta Hawks sitting pretty on a major conversion. Here we go. Brown avoids the sack, stays on his feet, and slides his way to the 40-yard line.
Brown with the keeper goes down to about the 41-yard line. Second down for Alta.
We don't see Tucker Brown run a whole lot, but we know, he's got pretty good speed as at the quarterback spot.
8:11 to go here and counting here in the second quarter from Sandy, Utah. Tucker Brown and company. And if you were to tell them about 3 downs to go, hey, just wait for it. You're going to have a 2nd and 7 from the 41. I believe that, and that he throws an interception, GT. I maybe spoke too soon. Chachi Pan, the interception.
Brown's pass is
Chachi Pan, great receiver, great hands. They play him a lot at the safety spot, and that is going to be Tucker Brown's 9th interception this season so far through 4 games.
And I know you've spoken things into existence before. You did it last year at Utah Valley. Did I speak that one into existence?
I think you might have, yeah.
Wow.
Unfortunate there for Alta. Had a man open, but again, great hands there by Chachi Pan. Yet another West High Panther player that does a great job on both sides of the ball.
Chachi Pan, his 2nd interception of the season. And he takes the snap, fires towards the sideline. That's caught by Toala. And Toala is gets him to the 40-yard line. They're going to have a 2nd and 7 here from the 40. This Alta student section, GT, has not lost any energy.
No, they have not let up since the start of this game, Mike. And to answer the question, who's got spirit, it is this Alta High student section here tonight.
And a West High timeout with 7:42 on the clock. Their 2nd timeout as a half full moon sets here in Sandy, Utah, on a beautiful, crisp evening as we look atop Little Cottonwood Canyon. Not a bad sight.
Shout out to a couple more sponsors. Comforters Spring.
GT, I know we talked about our views here in Utah, and obviously on the basketball court we don't get a lot of them, but this is one where you say, okay, this is not bad.
Yeah, when you're covering games, inside a gym, or you're in an, indoor press box covering baseball, you don't get to see a whole lot of it. But, being out in the open here and just looking at the mountains, it's just a phenomenal setting for, really football at any level. I mean, I went to the University of Utah, and games at Rice-Eccles, there's really no better view in the country, in my opinion.
And that crisp Utah fall air, nothing like it. Lopati takes the snap, fires, and that's caught for a first down. And nice play by number 23, Junior Dixon. First catch of the game.
Something that we haven't mentioned yet for West High is their depth. But they have, quite a few guys who can come in and get it done on offense and defense. On the defensive end, basically by necessity with all the injuries they're dealing with.
Lopati airs one out deep down the field and nearly picked off by Riker Ellis.
Pass was intended for number 8.
Intended for Jared Chase.
Ellis defending on the play.
Jared Chase's first long route of the game. And thought it was a good pass by Lopati, but unfortunately wasn't able to get it in Chase's hands.
From their own 48. Lopati looking to the sideline, getting hand signals. He's going to turn back. 3 on the play clock. Got to call it. Takes the snap. Loads of time. Fires this one to Holly. Holly breaks a tackle but loses the football. And that was picked up, looks like, by his own team. Number 63, Brian Tapu. Bails the team out on that one.
Yeah, good strip there, but West able to recover. Second time a ball has gone out of a player's hands while running, but, these fumble turnovers for West haven't affected them score-wise so far, Mike, but definitely looking to minimize those as the game goes on.
Lopati avoids the sack, fires across his body, and out of reach for Chachi Pan on the sideline. So here they are again. It's going to be a 4th and 12 with 6:11 on the clock in GT. The Alta Hawks are going to get the ball back here. Maybe with some decent field position, too.
Yeah, we shall see. West going to punt this one away here. We got number 18, Trevin Fabrizio, back to return.
And Chachi Pan, this guy can do it all, I guess, punting this thing away. And the yellow does fly. Let's see what the call is. So a holding and back this thing up, GT. Delay a game rather, 5-yard penalty, going to be a 4th and 17. And they're going to move this thing to the 42-yard line, 41-yard line.
Unfortunate penalty there for the Panthers. Down at kicker, Chachi Pan going to do his best here to punt this ball away. I'm curious to see how well he can boot it, but it's just going to give Alta a more favorable field position.
And Pan, not an amazing snap, gets that thing away, and it takes an Alta bounce to the 28-yard line. I think it was more of a neutral bounce. Didn't know where it wanted to go.
For a guy who doesn't really play punter all that much, I think that was good, not great. But, yeah, all things considered, not bad.
We got a student broadcast next to us, GT.
Always great to see. I think we've seen those types of broadcasts before.
As that one fired over the middle.
I'm not sure if it's a class or an extracurricular, Mike, but if I have the time, I wish I had done that in high school. I know you did when you were in high school.
I did. I started at age 15. Didn't do it for a little bit. Became a tour guide at Fenway Park. Did it in college, and then when I graduated college, stopped doing it. Now I'm back doing it again.
There you go.
You know, it goes. It's the passion, GT. Got to follow it. Here we go. Screen pass again from Tucker Brown, and that's a first down and more to the 40-yard line. Matt McKay continues to get it done here with 5:19 and counting.
Tons of screen passes this game for both teams tonight, moving the ball laterally. I guess when you examine the risk of advancing the ball up the field, I mean, risking interceptions and, drop coverage, it just seems like the easy thing to do here, Mike.
Yeah, it is. GT, Tucker Brown fires that one to Fabrizio. And a little overzealous on the defense for Isaiah Holly. They're going to get him with a pass interference, maybe a holding call. Let's see what they're going to call here.
Yeah, Isaiah put his hands on the intended receiver's back and pushed him a little bit, so that should be a standard PI call. And they are going to move this ball forward here for Alta.
Holding, okay. Automatic first down, GT. Move it 10 yards. First down for the Hawks at an even 50-yard line. 4:45 to go here. And play clock starts. Game clock stops at 4:45. Brown fires over the middle. Evan Morton breaks for 11. And another Alta Hawk first down.
Alta really doing their best to take advantage of the opportunity that they have on this drive. If they could score here, that'd be a huge momentum boost going into the second half. Still plenty of time left in this quarter. We're looking at 4 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock and running.
Screen pass this time. Nolan Lonez spins out of the backfield. And he's going to work his way to the 30-yard line. Run that clock, 4:09 and counting. Going to give him 8 on the play, GT. Second and short here.
Nolan playing the more traditional tight end role. We saw him playing more of a halfback position when they played at East last Friday. But yeah, Alta continuing to air the ball out here. And they are looking to score on this possession.
Matt McKay, screen, easy decision for Tucker Brown, but a nice defensive play by number 14. Which name we do not have on our roster. It'll be 3rd and 3 now. Yeah, number 14, we won't find out who that is, but GT, we have 2 rosters with us, and neither roster has number 14 on it.
It all depends on where you source your information. I mean, our main source is Max Prep, so we also print rosters from school websites. So, could just be a clerical error. We're not sure. But we will get all of that updated information for you at home as soon as we can.
As Tucker Brown takes shotgun snap here. Fires that one to Morton. Morton stops and stays on his feet to the 15 and breaks to the 11-yard line.
Morton showcasing not only his speed but his footwork there, dodging 2 tackles. Brought Chris Berman to mind personally, calling Jukes and Hezzy's.
Oh, I did?
Oh, just the play in general.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got you. I hear what you're saying. And flags fly as it's going to be a false start on Tucker Brown and this Alta Hawks offense. Rain down on the parade a little bit, why don't you? Move it back 5 yards.
I'm sure this is something that Coach Burdett spoke to his team about prior to this game. Way too many flags thrown against the Alta Hawks last game. And
GT 12 penalties last game.
12 penalties.
For 100 yards, I do believe.
Got the final count, 12 for 100. That's just way too many. And not only affected the speed and kind of, flow of the game, but just was too much for them to deal with on offense.
Tucker Brown floods the pocket, stays on his feet, and finds the end zone. A touchdown for the Alta Hawks. 21-12 the score.
A rare rushing touchdown there for Tucker Brown. We don't see him run the ball a whole lot, but he had blockers at the ready there, and they did a phenomenal job clearing a path for Tucker Brown to go ahead and run that one right into the end zone.
Tucker Brown and Matt McKay, two names you're going to hear a lot at Alta Hawks games. And they're the two guys to find the end zone here tonight. GT, is it just me as McAllister nails the PAT? Is it just me, or does that student section seem to react more when their team has not scored a touchdown?
You know what? They were super loud when Tucker Brown scored that touchdown on the last play, but they're just kind of loud regardless. They're just kind of
really loud. They're really, but then they got to calm down for a bit. We don't hear from them.
They did,
and they come for a vengeance out of nowhere again.
I think Batman and the guy in the ski helmet are their leader. He's got quite the staff there.
He does. Jim Langford, the AD at Alta High, does a great job with this program and with the school. Alta Athletics, just a sight to see if you can make your way out to a game to Sandy, Utah, catch a basketball game or even a football game, and solid high school athletics here.
Absolutely. Beautiful school, and we've talked to Jim before. Great AD, and has done a phenomenal job with the athletic programs here at Alta High School.
As the kickoff from McAllister bounces to the 4, Chachi Pan fields it and takes it to the 19.
Chachi Pan had an opening there. I don't know if you saw that, but a few guys on the kicking team fell down just a little bit early, and he had some blockers. I thought he had a decent size opening there to go ahead and run that ball out, but they were able to get a stop there.
And the Alta student section is at it again, GT. They're fired up here.
Gotta say, they coordinate these chants very, very well.
They do. Lopati fires left. He has Holly for a first down and more.
Pass is complete to Holly.
Gain of 15.
Run out of bounds about the 31-yard line.
They're going to give him 12 there, rather. I was a little generous there on the yards.
During our conversation earlier today with Coach June at West High School, he spoke about Isaiah Holly's versatility and his ability to just kind of do it all for this team, but specifically his ability to catch the ball and get all-purpose yards for the Panthers.
And there's a completion to Jared Chase. Gain of 3, maybe 2 actually. 2nd and 8 here with 1:36 and counting. As Lopati here in the backfield takes the snap. Fires it to Holly again. Holly finds some more green pasture to the 45 and stiff arms his way out of bounds.
Another screen pass there for West. Kind of a common theme that we've seen here tonight for both offenses, Mike. But as soon as he gets that ball, he turns on the Jets. Same with Chachi Pan, two of the leading receivers here for the West High Panthers. And they are doing a great job picking up yards off of screen passes that usually yield just, a few yards per catch.
From the shotgun, Lopati fires right. It's a gain of 1 maybe. I believe Riker Ellis on the coverage. But Tawala makes the reception. 1:14 to go here in the first half.
Flag thrown. Going to see what this penalty is. The officials are... Looks like they're going to talk over this one, and they are.
G. Tizzle, Garrett Thompson, Mike Goodkind here from the booth, KSL Sports Rewind. And that student section, GT, they are rowdy. Grizzle, were you that rowdy in high school?
Well, I was on the receiving end when I was playing basketball, but in our football student section, I definitely was.
Personal foul.
They are getting loud for whatever they want down there.
Yes, they are.
Even though it seems kind of arbitrary, they're getting excited, and that's all that matters.
That's all that matters, GT. And they move this ball 15 yards, GT, for an automatic first down and a penalty right there. It'll be a 1st and 10. Good ball placement again. And field positioning for the West High Panthers from the shotgun.
They're in another great spot here.
Takes the snap, fires left to Holly. Holly stays on his feet and makes his way to the 31-yard line out of bounds.
We have another flag on the field.
Another flag on the play here, Mike. Not sure who it was on, but regardless, it was a great catch there by Holly. Short pass, ball moving laterally, but he's able to just pick up those yards.
He is. Similar to Evan Morton.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Holding call on the offense, and they moved it forward 15 yards. They're going to move it back 10. And this will be a 2nd and long. This will be a 2nd and 15. No loss of downs, so just the 1st and 15, rather. Lopati at the line, calling it out. Takes the snap. Lopati throws to his left, and that's caught. No, incomplete. Intended target. It was Jared Chase.
Throw was a little low there from Lopati. And I don't think we've seen him take a snap behind a center. He is setting up in shotgun every time.
Neither quarterback has, GT. And he's got loads of time. Lopati going to flood the pocket, take off. And he is going to get to the 35-yard line. So we will have a 3rd and 5 here. No, 3rd and 8, rather. Another generous call for me on the yardage.
Lopati in the top 10 in the country among players of all positions for total yards. And we haven't seen him run a whole lot this game, but we know he can. He's had receivers open, play after play, drive after drive. And they got to keep an eye on that game clock there, Mike.
Game clock at 1. Lopati takes the snap under pressure. Got to get rid of it. Finds a man, none other than Louis Hamilton, to the 10 and makes his way to the 8.
Another great job by Camden Lopati avoiding that sack. Stayed patient in the pocket, and he found an open man in Louis Hamilton. Another great catch for the junior wide receiver.
Louis Hamilton, 4 touchdowns on the year, 3 receiving, 1 rushing. And he takes us out. Lopati over the middle to Chachi Pan for the touchdown. And another beautiful ball from the sophomore, Camden Lopati.
Chachi Pan again open across the middle. And Camden Lopati having no problem at all finding the open man tonight. But great job. Even in tight coverage, he's able to get the ball to his receivers as West attempts the extra point here.
And the PAT was absolutely perfect for Willie Aguilar. And GT, the Alta Hawks crowd, no hesitation. They are right back into it and rowdy again here, even after a West Panther touchdown.
Yeah, stands filled up very quickly here, about 20 minutes prior to kickoff. And, yeah, solid showing for Alta. Unfortunately, not able to execute as well as they would have liked on offense, but we got a whole second half coming up here, Mike, as they are back to return this one.
As Pecci to kick this puppy off with 31 seconds. And if you're Coach Blake Burdett, you got to be aggressive here, GT. Fabrizio is aggressive himself and takes it to the 22-yard line.
Fabrizio on the return takes the ball out about the 22-yard line.
Great tackle there by the West special teams. Not able to pick up a whole lot off that kickoff return. But Alta's going to do everything they can with the 24 seconds they have left in this second quarter.
Number 88. Tui Lapua Ho on the tackle. (28-13) lead. Brown fires. Lonez makes a man miss, stays on his feet to the 30. And I got a late hit on number 26.
Masiu Aholele.
Aholele with the late hit out of bounds.
Good ball. First up out.
And it's going to be a 15-yard penalty, GT.
15-yard penalty. First down, Hawks.
First down for the Hawks with 19 seconds. They're sitting pretty. And the leg of Jack McAllister we saw last week, he can do 40-plus yards.
He absolutely can. Unfortunate penalty there from Aholele. Had the tackle. He was already out of bounds, but officials didn't like the late hit. And that's going to put him in a better position here.
Brown over the middle. Yes, it's caught. First down and more. Matt McKay to the 20, works his way to the 16-yard line.
And look at that. The Alta Hawks are in scoring position here with just 12 seconds left. Couldn't have gone better for them on this drive with a couple great plays, 15-yard penalty, and a great throw by Tucker Brown and catch by Matt McKay, the senior receiver.
2 timeouts left for the Alta Hawks, so they take one of those 2. And GT, you got time here for maybe 2 plays.
I think you got time for a couple plays. 3 is definitely pushing it. But if they're unsuccessful after 2 plays on this drive, I think they're going to bring in McAllister to go ahead and kick that field goal and make this one a 12-point game.
GT, it's funny. The wind has kind of died down here. Chilly night, but it's funny about Utah, right? Gets kind of cold, and then you adjust. It's not like that biting cold from back east. So we're up here still and in the same clothing we showed up in. We're okay.
Yeah, I might need to put on our jackets here in a sec.
We probably will.
And Batman wants a touchdown down there in the student section.
Where's Bain, though, GT? 12 seconds left. Grizzle and Mike Goodkind here on the coverage. We call GT Grizzle now. He's got a new nickname. Tucker Brown takes the snap, fires that one. Evan Morton, who drops that one at the 4-yard line with 8 seconds left.
That was a good look there for Tucker Brown. Evan Morton covered tight, but throw just a little too low on the outside.
You know, GT, I think I call you Grizzle. I got all these nicknames for you. You know, what's going to happen, though, Dave? I got Tom Brady as my analyst, you know. Can I call him like T. Bizzle or something? Is that okay?
With the GOAT, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
You can give me whatever nickname you want, but
not with Tom.
Not with Tom, no way.
Tucker Brown takes the snap, fires that one to Fabrizio, who stays inbounds, or did he get out at the 6-yard line? 3 seconds left, and Alta will call their final timeout nonetheless.
Is Alta going to kick this one, or are they going to try to get a touchdown here on the last play of this drive?
You're on the 6-yard line, GT. What do you think the play is?
I think they're going to have to kick the field goal. They could go for it, but that is a very risky move. 3 points is 3 points, so I think they should get McAllister out there to go ahead and, get a 99% guaranteed 3 points here. But we'll see what they end up doing.
And I see Jack McAllister out to the field, and Grizzle called it. McAllister will kick. A little more than a point after here.
Alta fans a little upset. They thought there should have been 4 seconds left on the clock, but it's showing 3. Could have given them maybe a little bit more time to make a final play, but I don't think so. They're probably going to kick this one either way.
The 23-yarder from Jack McAllister. Snap is good, kick is up, and that is perfect as the referees signal. And we saw it last week with 000. He did it from 44, and tonight he does it from 23 yards.
Just a phenomenal kicker in 5A Region 6 and puts his team in a better position going into the second half. Down
Jack
just
McAllister,
12.
just a junior 2 GT, and he is a spring chicken and a guy that you can probably continue to see make longer and longer field goals as he progresses here at Alta High.
Absolutely. If he continues to work hard and hone his craft, he's going to continue to improve, and that's going to increase his chances of getting good looks at the next level.
Indeed it will. Garrett Thompson, the Grizzle, Mike Goodkind. We're going to step aside here. Halftime is here. Tino Psyche, we appreciate you watching. We're going to take a little break. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me, Mike.
All right, Grizzle, Mike Goodkind. We're out. We'll see you in 10 minutes. Stay tuned. As a completion to Fabrizio for a first down for Alta to start this drive.
You're not sure if we had audio on that last one there. Had some technical difficulties, but Yeah, like I said, having a lot of trouble at the punter spot for West High. And, unfortunately, number 2, Chachi Pan, doing his best to punt the ball away, but only yields a few yards and gives Alta a pretty good field position here to score on this drive.
Tucker Brown brings a bunch formation with 3 on the play clock. Takes the snap. Floods the pocket. Stays on his feet and breaks for a 4-yard gain.
So looks like the first half was a blackout, but the second half is a whiteout here for the Alta student section. I don't think I've seen that before, Mike.
Like I said, GT, I went to a school with like 200 kids, and I had never seen any kind of out of any kind. No out. Window out. There was no red out, no white out, nothing.
Well, I don't envy you there, but, it usually stays consistent. If you're going to wear black throughout the whole game or white
Matt
or blue
McKay
or whatever.
On the play, into the end zone for another 6 points. And the senior captain gets it done off a beautiful little short pass turn for a 25-yard gain and a touchdown.
McKay's second touchdown of the game and number 4 on the season. Had a solid game against East, but I feel like we didn't see him, at his best. But tonight, even with a few hiccups here and there, he has played phenomenally for Alta.
Make it 5, Jack McAllister. Yes, he did.
Just like that, Alta is right back in this game after being down 21-6 in the first half.
Exciting.
Very exciting.
Mike Goodkind and Grizzle, the man from Sandy, Utah. Garrett Thompson got a new nickname here tonight. He's owning it well.
Not much to say in response.
No,
but,
not much.
I got a lot of nicknames. That's all I can say.
As McAllister boots that thing to the back of the end zone for the touchback. Grizzle, you got to own your nicknames,
Absolutely. And I'm a firm believer that you can't give yourself a nickname. You got to rely on other people to do that for you. And, whether it's you or, any one of my friends or family members, I got a ton. I feel like G is a very versatile letter. A lot
you can do with it.
Yeah, a lot you can do with it nickname-wise.
West High got to be a little nervous here. Up 5, handoff to Louis Hamilton. Hamilton aggressively makes his way for a gain of 9.
And is that our first or second handoff from West's offense tonight?
What's funny, it's like handoffs are like passes now, GT.
They really are.
You're excited to see one.
You see a ton of running at the next level, and especially the level above college. But, depending on, which team is playing, a ton of passing plays, setting up in the shotgun. And, two great pocket passers, though, for Alta and West High School.
From the shotgun, Lopati, tons of time. He's got eternity. He's going to take off. And he slides as number 11, Cole Albrecht, an aggressive tackle. Gain of 2.
Not a ton of time to make a play there. And great job from Alta's defense, putting Lopati under pressure. And that is going to bring up third down, excuse me.
3rd and 5 for the West High Panthers. Approaching 6 minutes here in the third quarter. 6:26 and counting. And flags fly again. And a false start on the West High Panthers.
False start. Ball against the Panthers. 5-yard penalty.
Take it back 5 yards. Going to be a 3rd and long here, GT. 3rd and 9, exactly.
Rough spot for West, but we've seen them make very big plays on 2nd and 3rd and longs. So they got the receiving core to make a play here. And Camden Lopati is going to set up in the shotgun. Going to try to find the open guy there.
Lopati from the 22, hands off, and Louis Hamilton breaks free. Stays on his feet as he stops his way on the juke to the 49-yard line.
And goes to
2 carries on 1 drive,
field.
and Louis Hamilton just saved his team on 3rd and long there. Leading rusher, like we talked about earlier, 93 yards a game. And he's in the backfield again. I'm curious to see if we're going to see him rush more, and we do.
Deja vu. No, it was a tuck and run.
Lopati
And a gain of 9 for Lopati.
knocked out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Ellis with the tackle. Will be 2nd and 2.
Lopati here on 2nd and short. Hands off. Hamilton athletically makes his way, but drops the football at the 30, and it's picked up by the Hawks.
Recovered by the Hawks.
What a play. And good hands by number 15, Bear Turner, with 5:31 to go here in the 3rd.
Another good run there by Hamilton, but just unfortunately couldn't hang on to the ball. And yet another turnover for West High.
And GT just a few minutes ago in the 2nd quarter, it was a 21-6 game, and it was looking like it was going to be dominated by West High, but here we are, down 5, and from their own 25. Airs it out, and Tucker Brown wants a flag on the throw to Fabrizio, and they are going to let it slide from Lester Falletta.
Home crowd not happy about that last play. They wanted the PI call. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Lester Fallatea, by the way, in the phonetics to be exact, with 5:25. As Brown takes the snap, fires a screen pass to Lonez, and Lonez
Cross pass is incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10 for the Hawks.
going to make the play. Lonez aggressively there. Kind of throws Havea Haley off of him as he went out of bounds there. Tucker Brown here from the 25 takes the snap, has time, fires down the sideline, and nearly caught by Evan Morton.
Great run by Evan Morton, but very good defense by number 13 from West. It was Vailahi.
Chilly night here. Fall is finally setting in here in Salt Lake City, Utah. Basketball season right around the corner. As McAllister, not the best punt, to the 50-yard line. Neutral bounce, and that is where West High will begin this campaign. But GT, these are the nights, man, you know. Summer's here, hot. You wait for weather like this, it's almost too hot, you know. And I like the heat.
I do too, but when fall rolls around, it's just so pretty here. And after the heat that we had this summer, I'm glad that it's finally starting to cool off.
I think everybody, like, after so many 100-degree days, man, you're ready for it.
You just can't take it anymore, you know?
And from the 50, Lopati hands it off again. Gain of 4 by Holly. And there's a nice tackle by number 60 of Alta. Sterling makes the play. Lopati with 4:32 and counting. Goes in the backfield. Louis Hamilton nearly spins out of trouble. But a nice tackle by Casantori.
I thought Hamilton was going to spin his way out of that one again, but Torrey with the phenomenal tackle brought him down for no gain.
Third and 10 here for Lopati and the offense. Lopati takes shotgun snap. Here comes Bennett Coaster with the pressure and chases him out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
Number 5, Chachi Pan, was open on that play. Oh, forgive me. Number 5, Louis Hamilton, was open on that play. But Lopati picking up a few yards. And his team is in punting position right now. But they are going to go for it.
It's going to be a 4th and 7 here for Lopati and the Panthers. Flags fly. He fires that pass complete to Chachi Pan for a first down. But let's see what the yellow is for. I think this one's coming back.
I think so. Didn't get the vibe that West had a free play there. But great catch by Chachi Pan.
False start. And GT, a lot of life is body language. You know, you want to talk to somebody, maybe they're not giving you the body language, you shouldn't talk to them. Same thing with football. When they're not celebrating after a 4th and 7 and they convert a first down, you know something's off.
Absolutely. Yeah, they knew that call was on them. And yeah, they are going to not go for it. Okay, they had their offense out on the field for a second, but they're going to bring in punting team.
And Chachi Pan to boot it away after a 5-yard punt on the prior drive. See what he can do here.
Tough dealing with injuries, Mike.
And he squibs that one up the middle. And it's through the hands of Fabrizio. But he jumps on it at the 29-yard line.
Fabrizio getting that ball just through his hands and nearly recovered by the punting team. But they're able to jump on that ball, and they'll be down at their own 25-yard line.
Had Fabrizio made that play with his body momentum, he could have taken that thing for a couple of yards.
You're right. He had so much momentum moving forward. He would have taken it at least, 10, 15 yards. But who knows? He's got the speed and the footwork to really return the ball for huge distances, and we've seen that many times.
And Brown fires, nearly picked off, intended for Fabrizio. And it was number 13. By Lahi on the coverage.
Bailahi's had some very good plays for West secondary tonight. Tight coverage, not giving them anything easy. And an interesting formation here for Alta.
Tucker Brown hands it off. Nolan Lonez has some green grass, and he gets knocked down. That was a rough hit by Jared Chase. Flags do fly. I do believe Jared Chase was on the play there.
And Lonez is down after that carry.
And this one's going to move forward 15 yards, GT. That's helmet-to-helmet contact.
Yeah. We hope Nolan is okay. Great player, dual sport athlete, plays on the baseball team here at Alta, and he gets right back up and he's going to walk off the field.
And if you're Blake Burdett, GT, you'll take it. One of your best players goes down. Flags fly, you'll take the 15 yards. And you'll take a healthy Nolan Lonez.
Absolutely. Yeah, it looks like he's doing just fine, and we're very happy for him. Yeah, it's so important for his team's offense and defense, for that matter. Plays middle linebacker in addition to tight end. Carries the ball for him. One of their top receivers as well, and has really excelled playing a more traditional tight end role tonight in a pass-heavy offense that Alta has been playing.
From the 49-yard line, Brown hands this one off. He's got some room to run, but nice pursuit by the West Panthers. As Khalipa is taken out of bounds by number 51 of West High, and that's going to be Nofo Hafoka, and I believe they're going to get him penalized for that.
Personal foul called against the Panthers. 15-yard penalty. First down.
That's going to be another late hit, and these penalties are really starting to stack up for the West High Panthers.
So this ball is now going to be at the 34-yard line, GT, or 34. Good field position here. I mean, what do you think the play here is? 3:03 to go. Do you hold the ball maybe and maybe hand off a few times, get it in the fourth quarter, and try to score on a longer drive, or do you try to get this thing into the end zone now?
I think they're definitely going to try to score here. If I'm Alta, I'm going to run the ball a couple more times on this drive. Seems to have been working for them so far.
As Brown fires towards the end zone, out of reach for Evan Morton.
You can tell that Tucker Brown is throwing the ball exceptionally long for Evan Morton, with the expectation that he's just going to go ahead and get that. But that one just slightly overthrown. But, you know, the right instinct for sure. He knows how fast his receiver is. And we've got Nolan Lonez back onto the field for the Hawks.
And the Hawks trying to win their first region game, GT, of the season. Go 1-1 in region play. 3-2 overall on the season. Brown, play action, avoiding the sack. Throws this one, a little lob pass. Was it caught? No, incomplete. Intended for Cole Albrecht. Are they saying complete or incomplete? They say it was complete, GT? Incomplete? No, incomplete.
I didn't see the officials call, but we'll see what this penalty is for.
Cole Albrecht, a heck of an effort there.
Absolutely.
And you talk about an important play, an important drive. The entire game really could come down to this, GT. 2:44 to go, 3rd and 10.
Still got a whole nother quarter left to play.
Still got a whole other quarter left to play, but GT, with momentum here, if you're Alta, you really want to score.
This momentum shift would be huge for the Hawks. I really think they need to score here.
From the Panther 33. McKay in motion. He hands off to Lonez. A rare handoff, but Lonez works his way. Looks like he's just shy of the first down marker.
24-yard line.
What a quick recovery for Nolan Lonez.
Just shy of the first.
Gets hit pretty hard on this drive just a few plays ago. Now he's back on the field carrying the ball. And looks like he's setting up in the backfield again. Could be an RPO.
Got a 5-man front from the West High Panthers. Brown takes the snap, throws over the middle and incomplete. Intended for Trevin Fabrizio. Good coverage by number 8, Jared Chase. And a turnover on downs, GT. That was, you would think maybe a handoff in that situation.
Yeah. Tough turnover for Alta. Not quite in field goal range, but we know McAllister has quite the boot on him. So I was kind of curious to see if they were going to roll with him, but the West High Panthers are going to get it on their own 25 here.
Lopati and company will take it. 2:03 in the third. Handoff to Louis Hamilton as he gets knocked down at the 30-yard line. Nice tackle by Bennett Coaster. Defensive monster for this team.
Yeah, Bennett, one of their leading tacklers, and such a huge presence for them on defense.
And the tuck and run by Lopati. As he was tackled by Cole Albrecht. And that will move the chains. West High from their own 35-yard line. 90 seconds in the third quarter. Appreciate you joining us on the telecast. As Tucker Brown, play action pass, finds a man to the 47-yard line. And Lava Vailahi on the catch and run.
Another great play by Lopati. Haven't seen a ton of play action this game from West High, but a great play there.
Lopati gets ripped down in the backfield by Kalipa. And a nice defensive play there as first sack of the game for the Alta Hawks.
Couldn't find an open man downfield and really thought he was going to try to run that one out, but great job by Alta's defense getting that stop. And that's going to bring up 2nd and long for West High.
2nd and 14 here, to be exact. Lopati fumbles the snap, and he goes down again. Good coverage by the Alta Hawks, including
couple players getting into it on that last play. And unfortunate snap there that didn't lead for anything but a loss for West.
Mason Towla covered that play well, and that'll do it for the third quarter. 28-23, a fresh 12 on the clock. And we have reached the fourth quarter. GT, what are your thoughts?
You know, this game really went in a different direction pretty quickly. West High dominated pretty much all of the first half until Alta came back at the very end. And Alta, scoring on that in that last quarter, putting them within 5. It's a great spot for them to be in. One possession game, and it is anyone's contest right now.
GT, a shutout third quarter for West High. Their first zeros on the box score.
Yeah, with an offense that can score just exceptionally well, I was kind of surprised that they weren't able to get it done the way that they had hoped in that last quarter. But got a fresh 12 minutes on the clock, Mike, and this offense has been playing very well this game.
It's going to be a 3rd and 18 for this West High offense. Takes the snap, floods the pocket to the 50 and a first down and more. Not a first down, actually, rather. Not a first down and more, GT. Got back to the initial line of scrimmage, rather. But nice run by Lopati, and I'll bring up a 4th and 5. GTA got caught by the first yard marker there, and I just got a little confused by it. They were pretty far back there.
I did as well. The markers were placed kind of a weird position there. But yeah, 4th down, and the Panthers are going for it here.
Lopati takes the snap and he gets ripped down to the backfield. It's a sack for number 50, Nash Davis. And this Alta crowd is reignited here to begin the 4th quarter.
It's always a risk when you gamble on a blitz, but it's more than paid off there for the Alta Hawks. Turnover on downs, and they are at the West 45-yard line right now, looking to make a play.
So a turnover on downs, GT. And Grizzle, you got to love this. On the 45-yard line, 11-10 to go here. And you're in a good position here to take your first lead of the ballgame. Brown takes the snap, avoiding trouble, floods the pocket, he's on the run, and he breaks for a first down.
And there is a flag on the play there. And it's going to be on the offense, so that one is coming back, unfortunately.
That one stings for Blake Burdett and company.
It does. Nevertheless, good field vision from Tucker Brown. Again, we don't see him run very often. He's very comfortable in the pocket. But we've seen him scramble pretty well tonight. And we were expecting Camden Lopati for Wes to scramble very well. But Tucker Brown doing a phenomenal job tonight, keeping his composure and staying patient out there.
You're very right, GT. His composure's been phenomenal. As a screen pass to Matt McKay. Matt McKay stiff arms his way to the 47-yard line. And nice tackle. Out of bounds. Number 21 for West. Manu Tuaone on the plate.
With McKay pushing, 6'3", 6'4", he's got quite the stiff arm. And on that last play, took 3 guys to bring him down. So, very dynamic threat at receiver.
Lona is out of the backfield now to the opposite 45-yard line. The initial line of scrimmage will have a 3rd and 10.
Lona with the reception. Kicks the ball out to 45-yard line.
And it is 9:27 here. I knew I was not going to make it to a Shabbat dinner, GT. I was very confident. 9:27, not going to happen.
It happens. You got to love Friday night dinner, though.
You got to love it, but now at 10 p.m., GT,
It is pretty late.
It's a little late for me.
Yeah.
And we're going to go see our good old pal in town after this?
Yeah, funny enough, his name is Josh Allen.
Yeah.
So shout out to you, Josh. He is a Bills fan, and we did go out and watch the game yesterday. And as someone who has Tyreek Hill as my WR1 in my fantasy league, I was pretty disappointed with the outcome. However, good for the Buffalo Bills, and Their Josh Allen is looking great so far this season.
Bills' first victory of the season after most people took them last week. No, they did. They're 2-0.
Yeah, they beat the Cardinals last week.
The Bengals last week, rather.
Well, the Patriots had a pretty surprising win against Cincinnati. I'm curious to see how they recover from that one.
Josh Allen, though, great guy, loving friend, and we love him.
Love you, Josh. Also, my dear roommate, too.
Dave Thompson on the watch, too?
Yes.
I would assume so. On the big screen in Southern California?
You got to love the 75-inch 4K smart TV. 85, sorry.
Yeah, oh, wow.
Excuse me, 85-inch.
DT's living well.
Spares no expense when it comes to the big TVs.
DT, aged like a fine wine, means GT will probably follow in suit, I would assume.
I certainly hope so.
As Tucker Brown here in company on 3rd and 10. And 10-20 and counting here as we work our way into the final minutes of this one from Alta High School. As Brown takes the snap, fires over the middle, and that's caught for a first down. Matt McKay, the senior captain, to the 33-yard line. The Markham of the 30, and a first down for Alta.
Matt McKay is taking advantage of all of his targets tonight. And the Alta offense has been executing so much better here in the second half.
Like a well-oiled machine, Lonez breaks a tackle and makes his way to the 21. And the offense will rush to that line. We got a second, and I want to say 3 here.
For a team who struggled with their run game throughout the season so far, the run game for Alta has been pretty solid tonight. When they do decide to run, they've picked up quite a few yards.
Well, you said it. There's another handoff as he breaks to the outside to the 10, 5, and nothing but green grass to the end zone. Touchdown, Alta Hawks, and in the hands of Nito Funua.
I guess we spoke that one into existence as well. Funua with the phenomenal carry there. Breaks away for a touchdown. And that puts the Alta Hawks ahead for the first time in this game.
And this crowd's rowdy, GT. The first lead for the Alta Hawks, and Coach Blake Burdett and company can take a deep breath now.
They absolutely can. Can't let up, obviously. Still lots of time left. And they are going for 2 here, Mike.
The 2-point conversion to the end zone from Tucker Brown and into the hands of Matt McKay for the conversion.
That'll put Alta up a field goal here. Very good job converting there. Matt McKay almost wide open in the end zone.
And this Alta student section, never a dull moment.
Very well coordinated.
I got to say, GT, we should get the mob leader up here. He's phenomenal. I'd love to bring him on the broadcast if we could.
Perhaps a bright future as a motivational speaker.
Yeah, GT, you know, that's what I want to do,
You're motivating me right now, man.
This guy coming for my job, I wonder. Trying to be the next Tony Robbins over here, GT. I mean, this guy over here, he does a pretty good job. And the kickoff from McAllister and through the back of the end zone for the touchback with 9:15 on the clock.
First down.
As the offense will now take over.
Lopati's got Chachi Pan, Isaiah Holly, and Louis Hamilton out there trying to make a play.
Lopati hands it off. And it's a rush of maybe 5 yards for Louis Hamilton. And another generous marker from the refs, or maybe it was just a bad call on my end. It's going to be a 2nd and 1. Louis Hamilton again, ball in his hands, still on his feet and taken down at the 41-yard line by number 39, Nito Fanua.
Pair of pretty solid carries there for Louis Hamilton. West High's leading rusher. A little RPO there.
And a play action, and what a hit by Kaysen Torrey. He looks like he had an agenda on that one. Second and 10 from the 38. Tucker Brown hands this one off, and Holly gets a gain of 3. So a 3rd and 7 here. Clock's ticking, GT, and if you're Coach June and company, you know how important this drive is now.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach June, such a great coach, and he mentioned to us earlier today that, you know, coaches here in the state of Utah have flown under the radar for a long time, but people are starting to realize just how good they really are.
Lopati, nice ball to Holly. Holly on his feet to the 35. That's a major first down for the Panthers.
Huge play, and Holly broke away darn near like wide open there. And just like that, West High is back in a good spot, and they are approaching the red zone.
Nearly a 30-yard gain for this Panther offense. And play action. Holly. Nice little play again, 5-yard gain.
Alta had several guys rush on that last play. Took a bit of a gamble, but their guys on the outside able to make the tackle. We have another man down here for West High. Didn't see who it was.
And the booth up here is shaking, GT. Could be an earthquake category 8. Or is it just the student section?
Yeah, they've, like we've been talking about, they've been hyped up this whole game. Showing their school spirit, always great to see. And West High still dealing with that injury. That's going to be number 1, Isaiah Holly, who I suspected. I mean, he caught the ball on that last play, but there were a lot of guys mixed up on the tackle, and I wasn't sure, you know, who exactly went down. He had a couple blockers that were mixed in there too. But, yeah, we hope Isaiah's okay and hope that he can come back soon for his team. They need him.
So Holly, a major loss for this team. In the backfield is Louis Hamilton. Louis Hamilton, RB1 for this team. Lopati floats one up for Hamilton. Hamilton's got room to run as he breaks a tackle and works his way to the 15. Now the 10 breaks another one into the end zone. Touchdown Panthers. Louis Hamilton. Right on cue.
Louis Hamilton breaking tackles, avoiding tackles, staying on his feet, telling his guys where to block. What a phenomenal run. As soon as you thought he was going to get brought down, he keeps on going and gets the ball in the end zone for the West Panthers. And depending on if they get this 2-point conversion or not, that's going to make them take the lead by 3 or potentially by 5 here. So we shall see.
And the 2-point conversion for Lopati and company. Lopati to the end zone. Touchdown as he avoids the sack. 2-point conversion, good. Into the hands, by the way, of none other than Jackson Tawala.
Tawala open in the corner there. Great find by Camden Lopati. And just like that, the Panthers are up 5. Just over 7 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. So still lots of time.
A lot of time. If this game was a human, GT, be like 75 years old. You still got a lot of time, you know? You're not dying yet. You got a lot of time.
Absolutely. Tons of time to make a play. And Tino likes that last joke. One of the more creative ones from our man Mike.
You got to keep it light up here, GT. Got to keep it light for the psychic, Tino. And they will kick it off here. Number 17, Peche. And it will be fielded at the 5. Here we go. Wow, this could be fun, and it is for Brazio.
Hey, but just a phenomenal run, and he's back on his feet already. And just like that, the Hawks are knocking on the red zone's door right now.
The Alta Hawks, just when you think they're down and out, Trevin Fabrizio fields it at the 5 and takes it to the opposite 22-yard line.
What a great kick returner. I think he definitely has a future at the next level.
As Brown throws that one, and it was picked off. Was it? No, incomplete.
No, it was incomplete. Was not able to hang on to it.
Nearly intercepted by Vailahi, as it would have been an amazing play.
Vailahi was falling away on that one, too. It looked like OBJ in his prime almost. That was impressive.
Yeah. Or Dirk Nowitzki on a step-back jumper. I wasn't sure.
He was flying in the air, but unfortunately not able to hang on to it, and that's a tough play for anyone to make.
Tucker Brown on 2nd and 10. See what he does here. Hands it off up the pipe. As the gain of 2 yards for Fanua.
We know what happened on Alta's last drive when they were this close to the end zone. Fanua ran it in for what I believe is his first touchdown of the season so far. And he's in the backfield once again, taking some of the load away from Lonez.
On the 3rd and 8. And Fanua up the pipe again. And, yep, the Panthers defense makes a beautiful play to stop him right in his tracks, led by number 4. And Fatai makes a really nice play there. It's going to be a 4th and 9. Tucker Brown and the offense will stay on the field. Fourth and 8, rather. Brown, clear backfield. Fires one into traffic and broken up by Fatai again. And this West High team is amped up as that's a turnover on downs.
Alta gambled there, went for it again. Kind of have to at this point when you're down 5. But yeah, just a defense for West making the big plays when it truly matters, and it's crunch time, and they're getting it done.
West High out of nowhere, GT. In this fourth quarter. Out of nowhere, huge touchdown. They hadn't scored the entire half and had an amazing last drive.
That run by Louis Hamilton is going to make it on the highlight reel for sure. That was a sweet run. Dodging, breaking tackles. About to run there, but it's going to be a flag.
The yellow flat flies there. Let's see what the call is here. False start on the offense, and Coach Blake Burdett and company will take that. First and 15 from the 16. And Dave Thompson on the 85-inch TV. Hope you're enjoying this one. It's a good one for you. Hand up the middle. And Louis Hamilton. Gain of 5. So 5 for a gain of 5.
Very happy we got to see Hamilton run the ball quite a bit this game. Didn't see a ton in the first half, but he is really showing us why he's the leading rusher on this team. He's got a great O-line and just a tremendous ability to see the field and find those open gaps.
Hand off. No, taken by the man Lopati. And Lopati was ripped down after a gain of 3, maybe 4. Great defensive play by number 15, Bear Turner. As we'll have a 3rd and 5 here and a much-needed stop for the home team.
Big 3rd down here for Alta. They need to get a stop if they want a chance in this game. And if the Panthers convert, that is going to spell trouble for Alta.
4 minutes, 10 seconds and counting. Snap handed off. Hamilton has an easy first down and more to the 45 as he keeps moving his feet to the 48-yard line. Louis Hamilton, the late game heroics.
Just another great run by Hamilton. Got his 2nd rushing touchdown in this game. And 5 on the season so far.
Alta with 2 timeouts still, GT, so you wonder when you're going to start using those. Hand off to Holly. Holly stopped in his tracks. And nice play by Kalipa, the middle linebacker.
Kalipa now the leading tackler on this team after that Alta game at East High School. Was Bennett Coaster. Kalipa averaging 14 tackles a game. Bennett still at around 12.
Three minutes and counting from Alta High School as a 2nd and 8, and they will burn a timeout with 2:56. As we are pushing 10 p.m. here tonight, GT, 2 weeks in a row, 2 later games. And a 2nd and 8. And that one, another handoff. We're on the clock. Again, a 4. And Holly pushes now to a 3rd and short. And a huge stop needed here for Alta. And it would be probably the game right here on this play.
I think so, Mike. Coach June and company trying to burn some clock here. If they can convert on this third down, probably going to spell the end for the Alta Hawks in this contest.
And a keeper. He's still on his feet. Lopati slides his way to the 25, and he fooled everybody in this stadium in Sandy, Utah on a game-changing rush.
Fooled us up here in the broadcast booth. I thought the ball carrier was number 1, Isaiah Hawley, but no. Number 0, quarterback Camden Lopati takes that one. And that's a West High first down. Only 2 minutes left, and that's going to be an Alta timeout.
Garrett, even the local squirrels were confused about what happened.
Had everybody fooled.
Everybody.
Great play calling from the coaching staff at West High.
We like to have fun up here, GT. I keep it light. I got to keep it light. It's my style of calling games,
Absolutely.
Got to be light.
Keep it fun, keep it energetic.
Got to keep it energetic.
We hope we're entertaining for all of you tuning in at home or wherever you are.
Very appreciative of you listening to Garrett Grizzle Thompson and Mike Goodkind here on the call.
If you got any fun nicknames for Mike Goodkind, please go ahead and tweet him or reach out on Instagram. I would love to see those as well.
The Twitter, I don't use it very much, GT. It would be good to get it going. The X account at @B_Goodkind. I got like 130 followers. It's weak on there, GT. Not great. Louis Hamilton stays on his feet for another 9-yard gain. And this Alta crowd still in attendance, not giving up just yet with 100 seconds left in this one.
Student section not giving up either. Still got that school spirit.
Yeah, 1 timeout left. Play clock at 9. Lopati hands off for Hamilton. No, takes it himself. Jukes his way to the 10. And that should do it, GT. Another first down for the West High offense.
And just a phenomenal job by Camden Lopati picking up all-purpose yards, showing us why he is 6th in the nation in total yards among players of all positions.
And I hate to say it's over. Never say never. The classic play my dad always talks about was, I think it was in the Meadowlands. Giants were taking some knees, or they handed it off. There was a fumble late in the game against the Eagles. Ball was picked up and ran back for a touchdown. It does happen.
It does. And I forget which 2 schools were involved in this one, but it might have been Notre Dame, where the band was still on the field when the opposing team was returning it for a touchdown. I'm sure a lot of you out there listening know exactly what I'm talking about, but yeah, team thought they won. Band was already on the field about to celebrate, but the game was not over, and just goes to show that you should never celebrate too early.
You really shouldn't. Keep the ego low.
I mean, and don't celebrate too much to begin with. I mean, we've seen quite a few unsportsmanlike calls in this game just for, end zone celebrations.
And don't go too far, folks, if you are watching us here as they are in victory formation. And for one of the first times, Lopati under center. Is that Holly? No, Lopati takes a snap, knees it. And, folks, don't go too far. Stay with us here on KSL Sports Rewind, because we might, and very well might, chances are good, have a player from the West High roster joining us on the postgame show, which we always have fun with.
Yeah, and if not, we will see you in the near future as the football season progresses.
Yes, we will, as that knee will do it with 30 seconds left. As Lopati and company are 2-0 in 5A region play. And they come into Alta and take care of business here in quarter number 4.
Big win for West.
And I do believe we are going to call it here. If we do get a player up here, we're going to try to get him on. But for right now, I think we're going to sign off and maybe come back for an interview. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We might come back. Mike Goodkind, Garrett Thompson, Tino Psyche here on the call. Don't go too far. But for now, Mike Goodkind saying be good, be kind.